Good morning, everybody. It is July 21st. It is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And you're watching MarketStream.live on the open, taking a look at Europe. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. This is where we take a look at all the action that's occurred so far in the European session. Now, it has been a pretty decent move so far. And what's notable are the currency moves. We talked about this in the overnight action report when we took a look at Asia with the yen strength. We're also starting to see both the euro and the British pound moving to the upside. Now that puts some early stress on the markets, but taking a look at the FTSE in the UK, still down about 15. But as I said, this most notable push right now is in the British pound. You can see that it's up about 20 cents right now on the session. BXY is a symbol that you can watch to monitor the British pound if you don't have access to the currency markets or FX markets. It had been pulling back for the last 6 sessions, now bouncing off of that 20-day moving average with some conviction. That pound strength is going to put some pressure on the markets. You can see that the British markets are pulling back. Let's see how EWU opens up this morning. This is an ETF that you can either add to your portfolio if you want exposure to Britain, to London. But what's notable here is watch out with this rise in the pound that's going to put pressure on consumers. You see that they're struggling. You're also seeing that the European debt markets, as well as the British debt markets, the bonds, they continue to move up in price. That means yields are coming down. The financials are getting a little weaker in the UK and in the EU. What was also notable, though, is that Vodafone had really good earnings. Stocks trading up about 1.1% right now. That's about the silver lining. Let's see where EWU opens up when U.S. markets pre-market right now. The ETF is trading at $34, so break even. Taking a look at the euro-US dollar pair. If the euro is stronger than the dollar, this will be moving up. And you can see that this pair is moving up. The euro strength is pretty impressive. As a matter of fact, we're seeing that this euro move right now is the highest level that we've seen in almost 23 months. And basically, you've seen that the euro is up about 8.5% in the last 3 months. So you can see that it is a significant move to the upside, significant strength in the euro currency, and we're going to watch this closely, especially when you're thinking of France. France is a pretty large exporter of goods, and consumer names are also under pressure. Mixed action in financials, but what's really noticeable is auto parts supplier Valeo is down 5.1% this morning on bad earnings. They disappointed, and this is putting some big pressure on Peugeot and Renault, down about 1 to 2% respectively. Watch this closely, folks. We're in earnings season globally, and these are going to move the markets. Right now, the CAC is down 53 to 57, and now trading below its 20 and its 50-day moving average with conviction. It had a close yesterday, and now is trading well below. Let's keep an eye on EWQ today. Has not had as much of a pullback because of the components that they have in this ETF that tracks the French markets. Let's see if this starts putting some pressure. Right now, it looks like it's going to open up flat here in the States. Taking a look at the German DAX, this strength in the euro is going to put pressure in Germany. Right now, Germany's down 195, well below its 20 and 50-day moving average. That's good for 1.5% to the downside. To put this into context, folks, this is the largest, most strongest economy in Europe, and it's been trading to the downside pretty briskly the last 4 sessions. This is not a positive. Banks, autos, basically down between 1 and 2.5%. So we got some big moves going on here in Germany. That strength in the euro is not going to help German companies, especially net exporters like BMW, Merck, BASF, companies like that. So we're going to watch the euro. Euro currency right now is trading at 116.40. Like I said, highest levels that we've seen in basically about 23 months. So a huge push. Notable too, the bond markets. The German 10-year, the French 10-year, and the British 10-year are all up 0.25%. That means prices in these bonds are going up. People are buying these bonds. Some of these bonds are 0 to negative interest rates. Bottom line is that if you start to see money moving into these bonds, that is not a positive sign. Now, they're not moving briskly, but 0.25% in these bonds, that's pretty significant. We want to keep an eye on that. All right, folks, that is going to be it for On the Open Europe. We're going to be back at 8:30 Eastern, Central, 9:30 Eastern. I'm going to be checking out all the action here in the U.S. markets. So we'll see you here live at MarketStream. Take care.